It is 400 hours GMT, that is 7:30 a.m. in Iran, where, as the sun rises, hopes fade for the nation's President Ibrahim Raisi. Red Crescent search and rescue teams have arrived at the crash site of the helicopter carrying the President and his foreign minister. They say there is no sign of life. 73 rescue teams are present in the search area of the accident. That's near Tawul village. So, yes, the wreckage of the helicopter has been found in the East Azerbaijan province of Iran, where the helicopter was carrying the President and the foreign minister, and that's where it went down. The Red Crescent says the crew has arrived with advanced and specialised equipment. That is after a huge search and rescue effort that mobilised 30% of Iranian armed forces. So the site of the crash is here. Iran's President Raisi began his journey in the border town of Khoda Arafan near Azerbaijan. From there, he headed towards the city of Tabriz in northwest Iran. The aircraft crashed in the mountainous region near Utsi. Thick fog and rain hampered search and rescue efforts in the remote mountainous area. So let's bring in Al Jazeera's Ali Hashim, who's live here in Doha. He's covered Iran extensively, and that picture, that one picture of the crash site, it doesn't look as if anybody could survive that. And we haven't got official confirmation yet, but that's what we're waiting for. But all you can see is the tail is intact, and that's it.
Actually, the picture shows a lot, tells a lot. And we're reading now some of the Iranian IRGC commanders talking about this, mentioning that there is no one left alive. But it's not yet official. Some of the Iranian news agencies, for example, the semi-official Mehr news agency, posted a picture of the president saying that the president is a martyr now. But for now, we're waiting for the official announcement, the television, the state TV, state radio, IRNA, the Iranian news agency, to announce that officially.
And as and when, if and when, I should say, that announcement comes, what are the implications?
Well, immediately after the announcement, well, first of all, there'll be Quran on the television, on the Iranian television, and then there'll be announcement. It depends who's going to announce this. Then, of course, the VP, Vice President Mohammad Mukhbir, will be the president immediately. And his government will start preparing for the next election. That should be organized within the coming 50 days.
Right, and the Supreme Leader has been at pains to say that there will be a smooth transition should the worst have happened.
Yeah, actually, yesterday he said that. He said people should not be concerned because there's a system and things, and whatever is going to happen is not going to impact their lives. So, and in fact, as we've been discussing in the past, this has happened before in Iran, and it seems the system is strong. It doesn't really depend on an individual, even if it's the president or the foreign minister, because now we know the president was on this plane, the foreign minister, Amir Abdullahian, was on this plane, of course, besides the governor of eastern Azerbaijan and the imam of Tabriz, Muhammad Ali al-Hashim. So clearly several personalities, but the main two personalities are the president and the foreign minister.
And of course, investigations will soon begin as to how this happened exactly. And when you look at these pictures, you can see just how foggy it is. These were, an hour or so ago at the rescue scene on the side of a hill overlooking the crash site. You can see how foggy it is there, and I think conditions were much worse during the night.
Yeah, indeed, and that's why they had to use the Turkish drones because of the technology it has.
Right, it spotted the heat source.
The heat source, yes. Actually, it spotted the first heat source. It wasn't then the second heat source, and of course, within the coming hours, we will start knowing and understanding how things accumulated and how they were able to reach this place. And it's a very mountainous area, as you can see, very foggy. Even in the night, there was snow, and the whole country was mobilized. I mean, this is the president of the country. So the whole country was mobilized, the IRGC, the security apparatuses, the Red Crescent, of course, was present and was giving hourly or maybe every now and then updates. And of course, now the moment of truth has come, and everyone is waiting now the official announcement, because it's clear the fate of the passengers is
Sure. Yeah. The international effort is clear here. We can see pictures at the top right of the screen of the drone view of the crash site. And that was supplied by Turkey. I think there was a drone that came in from there, and as you say, spotted the heat source. It really has been a mass mobilization to try and find the helicopter.
Of course. I mean, in a country like Iran, a president being missing for 17 hours is something vast. It's massive. Especially the Iranians, as an establishment, would always want to be regarded by its people and by the world as being in control. And having a president missing for 17 hours doesn't really serve that narrative. So, and that's why they've been doing everything. Of course, first of all, they need to rescue him in case he's still alive. And in case he's dead, they need to, do whatever should be done in such a situation.
And what about the regional implications of this? It comes at a very tense time geopolitically, doesn't it?
Of course, the whole region, and actually Iran has been in a confrontation just a month ago with Israel, literally. Yeah, but this is not going to change anything with respect to Iran's policy in the region or in the world. A president, of course, takes care of implementing the policies, but he doesn't take the decisions. Actually, in Iran, decisions are made, are enriched, are manufactured, and there are several sources and several let me say, influences with respect to the decision-making process, because it's a process. And the president is one of those people. The foreign ministry is also there. But at the end, policies are made at the Supreme National Security Council, and there's a supreme leader who is the head of state, who puts the main lines. The president implements that. What could change between a president and another is just like how things changed between Hassan Rouhani, the former president, and Raisi. The rhetoric, the way they convey the messages, or between Ahmadinejad and maybe Hassan Rouhani. Differences here aren't really with respect to the policy as much as there are differences with respect to who is conveying these policies and who is implementing these policies.
All right, Ali, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thanks for that. These are the very latest live pictures from the kind of holding zone near where the helicopter went down. You can see rescue teams and various people there just as lots of cars were arriving. It's quite a big entourage of people. There'll be ambulances there and all sorts as they try and access the site and see the true extent of the damage. Let's now go to Tehran. Ressel Serda is standing by. Ressel, what are you hearing?
Well, now the semi-state news agency, Mehr news agency, is reporting that all the passengers are dead. It says that they're martyred. So, and this is the first time at this level there is a confirmation coming. And when we look at the wreckages of the helicopter, the chances of anyone surviving such an accident is quite slim. So, because we see that the whole cabin of the helicopter is completely burned, and also the local authorities are saying that some of the bodies are burned and they have not been able to identify who is who at the site. And also just a little ago, one of the executives of the president's team, Mohsin Mansouri, has texted, has posted on his X account, the social media account, and saying that surely to Allah we belong and to Him we all will return. So this is a verses from Quran, and according to the Islamic tradition, when someone passes away, this is being quoted from Quran. It is also a condolence. So this is Mohsin Mansouri, the executive deputy of President Ibrahim Raisi, and now conveying his condolences, saying, implying that all passengers in that helicopter, 9 passengers, including the President Ibrahim Raisi, the foreign minister of the country, Hussein Emir Abdullahian, and the local governor of East Azerbaijan province, and 6 others. So in total, 9 of them all are dead. They have passed away, quoting a verses from Quran, meaning a condolence. So now we have two confirmations from the semi-state news agency, Mehr, and also the president's executive deputy, Mohsin Mansouri, saying that the passengers on the crashed helicopter are all dead.
So just to confirm what Russell is saying there, President Raisi, the Iranian president, and Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian, and the governor of Iran's East Azerbaijan province and other officials and bodyguards who are on the helicopter are all dead. We've seen the pictures from the scene of the helicopter, and you can just see from that it's how it would be impossible for anyone to have survived that. So I can confirm that President Raisi of Iran has been killed in that helicopter crash in the north of Iran. Retzel, what happens now? What are the protocols that are in place?
Well, according to the Iranian constitution, the first vice president is going to take the job, assume the office, who is now Mohammad Mukhbir. And by the approval of the supreme leader, he's going to be the president, the interim president. And within 50 days, the country has to go to an election, has to hold an election to elect the new president. So in this case, as there are now the confirmations coming from two important official sources, President Raisi is almost confirmed that he's killed in the crash. And so, according to the constitution, the procedure is quite clear. However, the expectations here are that this is going to cause a power vacuum in the country because President Ibrahim Raisi was a significant figure in the Iranian politics. He was enjoying the backing from the supreme leader. He was very much close to the supreme leader. He has his blessing. He was well connected among the political, financial, and military expectations in the country. And so they say that there are no other names that could match his gravitas and the support that he had. So there are the expectations that, particularly among the conservatives, there's going to be a race and internal fights over who is going to be the next president and potentially who is going to be the successor of the current supreme leader.
Retzel, just tell us the mood in the country. I mean, the actual confirmation of this is only just filtering out, of course, but I think people will have feared the worst. What's been the sense that you've got from how people are reacting, the general population at large?
Well, from the first moments of the news being reported on, we have seen several statements from the state officials and calling the nation to pray for the health and safety of the president, the foreign minister, and all the passengers that were in that helicopter. And we have seen thousands and thousands of people gathering in the religious centers, particularly in the city of Qom, which is the center of the seminary teachings in Qom, and also in the city of Mashhad, which is the most important religious center of the country, and also President Ibrahim Raisi was from the city of Mashhad. And he, before becoming the president of the country, he was the head of one of the associations of the tomb of the 8th Imam of Shias. And that institution, that association managed billions of dollars. So we see that not only in these two cities, but across the whole nation. Some people are on the streets, some in the mosques, in the big masjids. They have been praying for him. But there is a sense of shock as well. Everybody's asking now, what next? So what is going to happen? So that's why the supreme leader of the country, the head of state, Ali Khamenei, last night came out and said that he assured the nation that the state affairs are not going to be interrupted in case of the death of the president. He says that state apparatus in the country do not depend on a certain individual. The procedures are clear and it's going to work and function.